What's good, everybody? Life adjacent to here. It's mad nice out. Let's see, what's today? It is the 15th. It's like 2:30. Um, yeah, basically my channel. Basically I want to get out of this channel. I just want to have like a video log, like a video journal of all the things I do on a day to day. Hopefully it's not too loud over here. I'm not by like a highway, but like the mic I got should be sturdy. But I want to do vlogs. I want to do poetry. I want to do like landscape videos. Probably some fashion content, obviously. I really just want to do everything on this, like an online video journal. Nothing too crazy. I don't really have like crazy expectations for this channel. I kind of just want to go through the motions and just be good at everything. So when I do have like a niche and direction I want to go in, it'll be really good. I think some goals that I want to get into, some goals that I have for the channel. By the end of the summer, I want to at least have 1,000 subscribers. I think that's more than doable. By the end of this summer, so in about 3 months, or over 3.5 months, I want to have 1,000 subscribers. I want to have my own setup. I want to have a better setup. You know what I'm saying? The setup I got right now is a little janky, but that's really it. Like, the introduction is simple and too crazy. I guess whenever you see this, probably gonna be Instagram too. I'm probably gonna put this on Instagram, so I'll probably have a poll up just to see what people want to see. Like, let me know what y'all want to see. Definitely just want to be as creative as possible for as long as I can. But yeah, that's really it. I think I'm gonna tie this into a yap session, honestly, since like the intro isn't even that long anyways. It's basically like 2 minutes. I don't know what I want to yap about though. I have a bunch of topics on my phone, so I guess we're gonna look at my phone real quick and I'm gonna pick a topic that I had wrote about. Okay, so I have two right here. Two, it says, why do people love instant gratification, and do people do what they love for themselves or for the net? And I'm probably gonna redo this yap session. I'm gonna do another yap session because I had filmed the intro before, and on the other SD that I had before, that's like replaced with this one, it only had 7 minutes worth of film. And in that yap session in the beginning, I was talking about how social media is like OD accessible, and like why is it so accessible? And like I'd have to re-watch it and then do a yap session like that. But just basically talking about like why social media is so accessible and why is it so easy to be in social media, and it's like pros and cons. But today I'm gonna talk about, I don't know, these are the two I got right now. I have to write more, but I think I'm gonna do why do people love instant gratification, because I feel like that's easy for me to talk about. I think so. First and foremost, why people love instant gratification is obvious because we have so many things that's easily accessible to us that creates dopamine for us. So like for example, this phone right here, there's gaming, and then there's apps on the phone. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's all these types of things, and it's so much easier to get caught up and get that instant dopamine rush. And instant gratification, first of all, I feel like now compared to what it once before, it's like so vast and broad. Like there's so many ways to get instant gratification that it becomes like lost in translation sometimes. That's why I think now instant gratification, especially like in my niche, I consider myself a creative. And since I consider myself a creative, I feel as though that people in the same light as me and people similar to me in content or similar to me in following or anything like that, just similar to me where I'm at in my life, that people are making content that are palatable. You know what I'm saying? People are making content that is so easily, digestible. It's not really, much thought behind it. But yeah, it may have took some time to make, but it's so much easier to make now that it's like, it seems almost not superficial, yes, but superficial in a way where it's like there's no uniqueness about it. And I feel like all the topics, before I even continue with my thought, a lot of these yap sessions and a lot of these topics that I have, especially in the beginning, are all going to tie into each other because it's so, like, it's one big umbrella, but there's so many parts to this umbrella that it's like they all deserve its separate video. But I feel like I could tie all of them in at like in one big video. But anyways, furthermore, like I was saying, a lot of people don't have this uniqueness because that's what's pushed. And in my previous video, hopefully I'll use that so you can see like it all correlates. Hopefully I use that and continue upon it. A lot of like the algorithm doesn't cater to things that are like thought provoking in a way, if that makes sense. Like especially like an Instagram app like Instagram, like an app like Instagram, it kind of caters to more short form content. They claim it caters to long form content, but it's really just like an instant dopamine hit. And like TikTok is a perfect example of that. Like think about like TikTok. There's no ending. Like you can scroll for hours and hours, not even out days, months. Like you can literally keep scrolling and you will never run out of a video. Like, and Instagram is starting to become like that. So I think people do it on the consumer side. People do it because it's like pushed and it's funneled to look like that. It's not really. Well, sometimes it's their choice, but a lot of times it's more by force. A lot of people are just doing it accidentally or like without even much thought. On the creator side, again, they do it because that's what's pushed and that's what works. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't even explain this while making sense. It's kind of just what is forced. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about your favorite clothing brand company, right? Think about fast fashion. Let's compare the two. And with these app sessions, I want them to be as uncut as possible, so you can really understand my thought process. Because I really like this. Hopefully, this analogy isn't terrible, but I really just I like to put things in analogy for people to understand. So think about take two brands. Take a fast fashion brand or a fast fashion company like H&M. Okay, boom, H&M, right? Take H&M and take, let's see, one of my favorite shoe brands like Stussy, all right? And compare those two, right? Instant gratification. Think about all the clothes that come about with H&M. They don't have much identity. It's kind of just what's in the moment, what they know will get them sales, and what kind of is like trendy at the moment. So like, go to H&M, you probably see a hoodie on it that says, "I love fashion," for example, right? It's like, "I love fashion." They don't have no collaboration or nothing. H&M themselves designed that, right? Then you go to a place like Stussy, right? There's one thing that's always constant with Stussy and brands like that. The logo. The logo always stays the same. You would never not get you'll never not get a Stussy brand without that logo, that traditional logo. When you think of Stussy, you know what I'm thinking of, the original logo. You always have something that's identifiable to the brand. And yeah, they do certain things that are trendy because it's kind of, to stay relevant for that long, you kind of have to. But at the end of the day, they still have things that are unique to them. And I think, that's what is wrong with people in the fashion game, or not even in the fashion game, just in that lane in general. A lot of people aren't making things that speaks to them. They're making things that speaks to the trend and speaks to what's for right now. They don't think about like, okay, if I do this and I make this body of work, this is something that I can show my kids and my kids could show their kids, or people can use as reference points. Like, they don't think about things like that. And people could say, yeah, it's this and that. Like, it's a whole bunch of discourse around it. But, I feel like this is just a very small topic to talk about. I feel like I could go much deeper. I don't want to go too like far into it. It's my first few videos. But yeah, instant gratification. I think, moving forward, my advice to anybody that wants to listen, make things that speak to you. Don't make things that speak to the trend. So some people may not have an identity right away, but it's better to take your time and think about that rather than just make things that are trendy, because anybody can make anything that's trendy, right? Think of that's why, you could apply this to anything in life. That's why an artist like Artists like, I don't know, like Nas. Artists like Nas. Artists like, even let's be more recent. Artists like Travis Scott. People like that will always be around longer because they do things that are not the trend. They make the trend. They become the trend. They don't follow the trend. They are the trend. But, you know, instant gratification. That is me, the life of Jay Simpson. That's my, follow me on Instagram, the life of Jay Simpson. My TikTok, I have two TikTok. So one of my TikTok is the life of Jay Simpson, but I don't really use that account. So the other one is the life of J03. So follow that TikTok. Yeah. Oh, and you want to follow my film page because I will be dropping some more film pictures very soon. Life through the film. So life, THRU, and then THA film. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I don't have an intro right now. Yap Session's probably not gonna have an intro. I need to get an intro for my vlog. Vlog is coming soon, by the way. I'm going to Albany tomorrow. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, y'all stay safe.